Greetings everyone, I'm History Dude and thank you for joining me on our journey through time. Today I'll be guiding you through the Thomas Stonewall Jackson house in Lexington, Virginia. Thomas Jonathan Jackson was born in Western Virginia, today West Virginia, on January 21st, 1824. Sadly, he was orphaned at a young age. His father died when he was 2 and his mother when he was 7. Raised by relatives, he never had a real home until he had this one built in Lexington. Our tour starts with the kitchen garden. It's basically just a no-nonsense garden located right outside the kitchen door, making it convenient for the occupants to maintain and protect it. Next is the kitchen. Bringing a kitchen into the home was still a relatively new idea in the 1850s. Unlike today, where our kitchens are centers of entertainment activities, the Jacksons would never have thought to bring their guests down to what was considered a workspace. One of the innovations the Jacksons had installed in their home was a cooking stove. Amy, the cook, who was a person who was enslaved, would have spent a majority of the day preparing meals in this kitchen. The next room is intended to depict on how the living quarters for the people who were enslaved may have been at that time. Not much is known about the sleeping arrangements, but it's very possible that Amy the cook slept here to be close to the kitchen and to light the stove very early in the morning. Next is the dining room. It served as both a public and private space. Jackson was known to wake up every morning at 6 a.m., say his private prayers, take his cold bath, and morning walk. He did this all before coming into the dining room at 7 a.m. for family prayer and breakfast. After the midday meal, the Jacksons spent time together in the dining room relaxing, and in conversation, his wife Anna said, quote, "This was one of the brightest periods in the home life." Faith was a big part of Jackson's life. He often wrote letters to his sister about his faith and encouraged her in her own walk. By the 1860s, Laura wrote to Jackson asking if he would send her a Bible. The Bible he purchased for her you can see in the dining room, and it is open to a notable page. In April of 1861, when Jackson received his orders to take the cadets to Richmond, the last thing he and his wife did in the household was read from 2 Corinthians chapter 5. Next is the study. He had a wonderful library with books ranging in topics from history, science, poetry, and religion. He could read and write in Spanish, French, and continually to study other languages throughout his life. Jackson was brought to Lexington in 1851 to teach natural and experimental philosophy, what we know better today as physics, at the Virginia Military Institute. He was also active in his community church, such as being involved with the Franklin Literary and Debating Society, and a member, deacon, and Sunday school teacher at the Lexington Presbyterian Church. Across the hall is the parlor. The Jacksons love to entertain family and friends here, and of course, if you're going to be entertained by family and friends, you want to make sure you have some of the finest furniture. The Jacksons enjoy taking trips up north every summer, and that's where they purchased their furniture. They felt they could find a finer quality of furniture up north for a better price. Jackson took a very active role in purchasing the furniture for his home because it was the only one he had ever known since becoming an orphan at the age of 7. One of the pieces they purchased was a piano in New York. Anna was a well-accomplished pianist, and Jackson loved to listen to her play in the evenings. Lastly is their bedroom. The bedrooms of the house are located on the top floor, with the exception of this room shared here on the main level of the house. Anna spent her mornings in the bedroom writing letters back home to family, reading, doing needlework, and perhaps just taking time to relax. Several other items we have here in the room are the commode chair and also the washstand located just in the back of the room. Hope you've enjoyed our journey together. If you have, hit those like and subscribe buttons down below and leave me a comment. I'm your local historian. That's History Dude.